Wow. Hello. Good evening. Hope everything is okay. It's been a long week, hasn't it? I just got to the hospital on late Saturday and was there from, let's see, Monday, Tuesday, through Saturday. Okay. I was in, let's see, it's critical care unit. And the reason I was there was for acute kidney failure. I've talked about this rare disease of mine known as hypoparathyroidism now for a long time. Hypoparathyroidism by itself, if you take your, well, if you go out in the sunshine now and then, would be nice. Don't cook yourself. Drink vitamin D. I mean, you know, it's called milk. But it's not that easy. It's got side effects. You know. Otherwise, I think we'd all probably get by pretty good. If all we had to worry about was a little bit of extra calcium, the Rocatrol, and ourselves. They have one drug out. That might be of use to me, but I don't really know yet. I basically went in and I was dying. I have so many emotions going through my head about this. And, you know, well, I'm sitting here, so it's easy for me to say, well, I didn't die, and I don't care if I would have. You know, I'm not going to say that. There's a few people that I would have left behind that really need me right now. And so that was a very good decision on whose ever side that was on. I don't know what to say about our medical health care, except that it's, of course, doing a lot of stopping and pausing. For obvious reasons. Yeah, oh my god. Anyway, medical care, if you fall in between the cracks, there's many ways to do that. One, you make too much money, so you end up putting out more money per month for your health care. My husband falls in that category. And then there's the other category. You're too poor. You're stuck with Medicaid that gives you semi-good doctors. And this is if you can find a doctor to accept it. And of course, they have to have, you know, these are just extreme poor. So basically what they've had to turn to, the poor, is emergency rooms and using them as you would a regular doctor's visit, which brings up the cost of hospitals. Where am I going with all this? I have no idea, except, you know, I was gone. And I thought of y'all. We're my multimedia. It's not mine, it's everyone's. You know, from Yahoo Shine to CNN, iReporters. Of course, the obvious YouTube, and also YouTube Red now. Vloggerheads, the first site that has ever even attempted to do a political site where we have to vote in our people's that handle the keys, as I call it, bank accounts, etc. And they have mods. The mods don't get paid, not in the places I've been. Moderation is different in YouTube because of the millions of people that they serve. And then there's Voices. Voices seems to just be doing great, you know. You have a very talented author on there and owner, Francis DiPietro, and his wife, and loving wife at that, Lori DiPietro. And they have introduced their daughter, who's in the last year, Aurora DiPietro. I look at that family as a team of wonderful light. They are actually good people. And not that they never were, they always were. But if you've ever wanted to watch someone write a story or act out a story, you should join Oasis and get to know Clovis. Clovis has probably put me into tears a few times. I was laughing so hard. His wife, Mrs. DiPietro, Lori, has a very kind subtleness about her that can get a point across without calling names. I admire that. Her daughter, who is homeschooled, is probably one of the most intelligent kids I know. Lori knew what to do, and so did Frank. And they've got future Harvard or Yale student there, or Brown, or Stanford. There's a lot of people online, and there's Suja. She has her own site. And that we all try to start up our sites. And we struggle, and we go up, and then we go down. TV ratings, I'm telling you. No, this is multimedia. I can honestly say that my experience, my newer experience with a place called Battle Cam has been entirely interesting, and you have to be able to walk through it and not take anything too personal. That is what it's there for. So I've been told over and over again. Of course, I have my own theories too, but it doesn't matter. I don't own the place. It's like if they wanted my opinion, they would have asked me as the stock brokers got together and decided, what do you think? No, it doesn't go that way, folks. Now I'm going to talk to you. There's many other sites out there. There are satellite sites from other sites, I mean, lots of them. We probably shouldn't forget some of our masterful small film people. And there's many out there. And we've got places totally dedicated to just that, small film. It's interesting that people say we're the next fall of the Roman Empire as people that were corrupt. Some of us are maybe corrupt, some of us are maybe not, and some of us not at all. So that's a big paintbrush we're spreading across the whole country. It's like taking the paintbrush and spreading across Germany and saying these are all old Nazis. No, they're children. The children of World War II. You know. I mean, good grief. Italy still hasn't cleaned up some of her rubble. Germany has. I know. The French will be sitting at their little tea tables, actually, probably starting right now, getting ready and all settled in on their outdoor cafe. Of course, it is winter. So wherever they meet, or at a friend's house, and try to keep up the BBC as to what the hell we're doing in America. I don't know. Maybe they can figure it know, I'm still trying to understand the UK versus the England base and the BRICS. I'm working on studying and trying to learn it. And the same thing comes out of my nose. But I love the royal family. I do. I think all of us, in a way, we like to have our royalty in our minds, you know, who they are. For America, it would have been the Kennedys. But still, they still are in the United States, like the royal family. And we loved them and hated them and scorned them and loved them again and hated them again. They just remind me of the Barrymore family in some respects. You think alcoholism could be stopped, but it can't. It runs its course. It takes on a whole life span of its own as for, you know, whether to drink or not, or whether to be sober. It's ugly. It's just ugly. Abuse is strong. So it's dope and everything else you come across. If I had anything to leave my grandkids, besides a pittance, it'd be that I loved them to the fullest. And I wouldn't trade them in for any other cats. There's a lot to say for their own characters, their own personalities, their own belief systems. They definitely inherited that from me. They stand back and research. If they don't like the applause or deplause that they get from people with their own belief systems, and then they go back and they repeat the research. They're very fascinating that way. They really are. You can't judge somebody unless you really know them. You don't have to agree with what they say. You do want to keep your friends, though. You want to keep your family members. You really don't want to make everybody go away and then turn them against each other. I've seen it too much. Some of you may have heard my daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law? What is she? She's his child. I don't wish to claim her for any reason. There's none to, except that she is an obstinate person who I wish had not touched my life, but she did. So, yeah, big mistake. Big mistake. No, I trust people. I invite them into my house. I invite them into my home. Should I continue on doing that? Or should I base my whole life on fear? I might be taken advantage of again. And again, and again, and again. And to find out what I based it on in the first place to let them in, don't I? And on that note, we enter into 1:11 a.m. And guess what? Happy Election Day. Don't forget to vote. Please. Just vote. Vote, 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 vote.